What up, YouTube? So in this video, we're going to be talking about how NoFap helps you to attract women. And I want to get rid of a lot of the bullshit in the whole NoFap space because there's a lot of men who have these strange misconceptions of these magical superpowers. Like, oh, you can actually have eye contact when you start doing NoFap. They just say all this weird shit that that makes me laugh, but there are absolutely some major benefits that come along with NoFap. So I want to get very clear on those in this video and specifically talk about how NoFap can help you to attract women. So the absolute biggest thing is, let's be honest, is the placebo effect. Because when you are on NoFap, you've been so led and conditioned to believe that it has a massive impact on your mentality and on your social charisma and on every aspect of your character as a man. And because of that, you feel more focused, you feel more social, you feel all those effects because of the placebo effect. And that's not a bad thing because the placebo effect is very powerful. It is one of the most powerful effects in the world. There have been people who have been given fake pills and fake medicine in the past, and they were told that they were real, and they still healed from whatever disease they were facing. So the placebo effect is a very real thing. And simply because you have the belief that NoFap helps you to attract women, it will help you to attract women because of that. The simple belief is powerful. But beyond that, the second reason is because you begin to be more present and you begin to enjoy day-to-day life more when you are on NoFap. Because what you got to realize is that dopamine is the main chemical in our brain that controls our pleasure centers. It monitors how much pleasure we feel in everyday situations in life. So because of that, if you have extremely low levels of dopamine because of constantly jacking off for years and years at a time, that makes you feel low pleasure in everyday life. And because of that, you're no longer as present in the moment. You're no longer fully there with your friends and around girls, and you're living life in this zombie-like state where you're not fully present, you're not alive, you're not charismatic, because you have no enjoyment, you have no pleasure, because your dopamine levels are fucked. So when you take pornography out of your life and you bring back yourself to these balanced levels of dopamine, you begin to feel more pleasure in everyday life. And because of that, when women see that you're more charismatic and more alive and more present, and you're actually interested in them, and you're not just this weird zombie-like man who's not really there, they love that, because most men aren't like that. Most men, 90% of men watch porn, and because of that, most men aren't fully present in day-to-day life. So when you are fully there and they can feel your energy, they can feel your presence, that attracts them to you. It's a very simple thing. So that's another very big benefit besides the placebo effect, and that's well documented with scientific studies and journals and research. There's lots of science on this. So if you want me to link those, just let me know in the comments and I got you. The third thing is that it changes our pheromones. And this is also shown in scientific studies. But basically, pheromones are invisible hormone-like chemicals that come off of men and women. And women are attracted to male pheromones and men are attracted to female pheromones. And these all happen unconsciously. We can't control them, but they absolutely impact our attraction to women and vice versa. And the thing about it is that when you stop masturbating, that impacts your testosterone levels. And testosterone levels impact your pheromone. And the more testosterone you have, the more attractive pheromones you will release to women. This is well documented in scientific studies. I can link those as well. But long story short, NoFap increases testosterone. Testosterone increases your positive pheromones. Positive pheromones increase your attraction to women. And because of that, they become more attractive. Very simple process, well documented, well studied, blah, say, blah, say, blah. But anyways, those are the three simple ways that going on NoFap impacts how women are attracted to you. Before I end the video, I just want to highly encourage you that NoFap is not some bullshit community, not some bullshit trend. It is worth the effort, because it's not about the women. Like, yes, you will begin to attract more women into your life because you will be a higher quality man, but it's not about that. It's so much deeper than the women. You feel more alive in everyday life. You feel better about yourself and about just living, because what you need to realize is that dopamine has such a massive impact on on our brains. And when your dopamine levels are so messed up from watching pornography constantly for years and years and years, you forget who you actually are at a baseline level. And what I mean by that is that your dopamine levels are so fucked up. Your dopamine levels are so messed up that you haven't really been yourself in years. Has there been a single month in the past couple of years where you haven't watched porn? Has there? And if the answer to that question is no, then you don't truly know who you are at a baseline level. So when you take the time to step away from porn and to just re-ground yourself and get away from the dopamine overstimulation, you begin to see yourself from a new light, from a new perspective, and you begin to enjoy life from a new perspective. Because again, when you have those balanced levels of dopamine, those healthy levels of dopamine, that makes everyday life more enjoyable, and that carries over into your relationships, into your friendships, into your job, into your focus, into every aspect of your life. So I highly encourage you to just take the time and put in the work and discipline yourself to stay away from pornography, because it is so worth it. Even away from the benefits that come in the form of attraction from women. Like it's so much deeper than that. It is so much deeper than that. I made a video about this exact topic, and I talked about my experience with quitting pornography. And it's a very vulnerable, honest video where I open up about all of the highs and lows, and even about how I struggled with porn-induced erectile dysfunction. It's a very, very vulnerable video, but I think you might enjoy it if you're trying to quit porn and just trying to learn about how that process is tough, but so worth it and so meaningful. And if you want to watch that, you can click right here. But anyway, gentlemen, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.